Meanwhile, Jeremy Corbyn's down in the allotment, but he mightn't be there for long, it appears.
Well, he's been growing his marrows in the London borough of Barnet for years and years and years, and because of this huge row over anti-Semitism in the Labour Party refuses to adopt this international definition of anti-Semitism. There's calls within Barnet Council which, against the odds, increased the Tory vote this year. They were expected to lose it to Labour. They're saying, should he lose his allotment? Now, I think that's a bit of a storm in a teacup, but it's a measure.
He loves that allotment.
He's there every Saturday, or at least once a week at least.
But it was the Tory leader and deputy leader of Barnet playing petty party politics here. Those allotments will be run by associations who run themselves. Corbyn's part of it. He protects the privacy of the other allotment holders. They like him. He's not going to be uprooted from his allotment. It will not happen.
But the point is, Barnet has one of the highest concentrations of Jewish people in the whole of Great Britain. And they're deeply offended by the fact that we've had the chief rabbi and three leading Jewish newspapers attacking Labour over anti-Semitism.
I know, but everyone says, oh, no one's suggesting Jeremy Corbyn is anti-Semitic. And yet, why can't he get control of it then? Week after week, month after month, terrible headlines. Now they're saying that, you know, it's a stain on Labour, that Jews don't feel at home in Labour. It's a party now that's considered as racist, they were arguing, weren't they, on Friday?
And to have the chief rabbi and three leading Jewish newspapers, one of whom's front page last week had a very critical piece about Israel, all condemning Labour's stance. Why don't they just accept the definition and move on?
What they've done is they've got most of that definition,
but they've got all of it,
broken it up. No, I would have. My advice, if you know, I'm not a member of the Labour Party, my advice would just take it wholesale.
Yeah,
it's used by the CPS, Crown Prosecution Service. Take it wholesale.
Well, maybe
they probably hope this is going to go away.
It won't. It won't. And also, they've got people like Dame Margaret Hodge, one of the most senior figures in the Labour Party. She went up to Jeremy Corbyn in the Commons, well, it was behind Speaker's chair, apparently, and said, you're a racist anti-Semite. She's now facing disciplinary proceedings. A second Labour MP, according to the papers yesterday, is facing disciplinary proceedings.
She doesn't repeat that in public. She now says you're perceived as, because, of course, he's not an anti-Semite. He's an anti-racist.
So the only person that would have reported her, instead of taking that on the chin, was Corbyn.
Yeah. He should have just let it go, because politics is a rough old business. You hear people shouting and hollering at them all the time. A bit like newspapers, dare I say. People shout and holler at each other all the time. They should just have moved on and let her... Her mother died... Her grandmother and uncle died in a concentration camp.
I watched a documentary last night about Nazis looting art treasures and things. And one of the biggest finds that the monument men made... was gold fillings and gold wedding rings from concentration camps. That's, you know,
you go to Auschwitz, and it's the most chilling place I've been on this earth, and you see piles of suitcases and so on. It's just absolutely horrific. You know, 6 million people were murdered in a mass murder campaign. You know, anti-Semitism isn't evil, and Labour's got to tackle this. Labour isn't riddled with it, but Labour has some anti-Semites. They've got to kick them out.